This show's called Drewz Viewz. I'm doing Car Tuesday with Steven Universe, so check it out, okay? Now people love the verse, like, subscribe even. Now let's sit back and watch me watch it. Steven!
Hey, happy Car Tuesday, everybody. It's Drewz Viewz here, back to react to Steven Universe, The Verse, Season 3, Episode 3, and Episode 4. Last time on with the start of the season, it seems like they were somewhat wrapping up this cluster storyline. It's definitely still there, but I think the immediate threat is done. I mean, in the last episode, Steven and Peridot drilled down to the core. Steven wanted to bubble the cluster pieces, the disparate gem parts, instead of, killing them or whatever, which they weren't even going to be able to do anyway, it seemed like. But then he convinced them kind of to start bubbling themselves, and they formed a bubble around. He was kind of speaking to them, like astral projecting to them, it seemed like. So his powers are definitely getting stronger, it would look like. In the first episode of the season, he was projecting into those watermelon guys that were back on their island they went to, I guess. They had a whole society there, but then it was like a horror movie, like sacrificing thing to Malachite. But Steven found out Malachite was there because he was in the watermelon guy. He told the crystal gems, they went down, they formed up into, I should have looked up the name of the fusion of all three of the crystal gems. But anyway, formed into that, kicked Malachite's ass. Well, they were getting their ass kicked at first a little bit, but then Steven rallied the troops through the watermelon. They joined the fray, and then it was time to separate Lapis and Jasper. And then the cluster started, since that was the first episode, the cluster started acting up right then. Jasper conveniently escaped by falling unconscious off like a cracking cliff there, so, I'm sure we'll be seeing her again. But they have Lapis right now, so I think Lapis is going to be back in the mix here in terms of the storyline. We'll see what's going on with her. But also, like I was thinking after the last episode, it seems like we'll probably be chilled out for a little bit without the immediate action. Maybe see what else is going on in Beach City here, or maybe not. I'll just have to find out, and I will have to do so by getting my headphones on and watching episode 3. Alright. A one-eyed Ruby shows up at the end there. Interesting. That's a cool look, like an eye patch almost, or something I think they're going for. It looks like Yellow Diamond is after Peridot like she thinks. I mean, I would think the other crystal gems are still more of a public enemy, although I guess they left him alone for a while, at least in terms of, while they had the whole cluster thing going on, but they hadn't, I guess the Diamonds hadn't actively been sending people after them till, well, now I'm trying to think what happened. So, I mean, at the start of the show, there's all these things that the crystal gems were doing to stop, bubbling gems coming and stuff, but I don't think the Diamonds were actively going after, like, Pearl, Garnet, and Amethyst until Lapis came out and got back, and then, like, was the sort of the drama in here was that Peridot interrogated Lapis and then came back with Jasper and all that from Yellow Diamond, so that's when they first came back. But they already had the plan with the cluster, I guess, to just destroy the Earth, so maybe that's why the Diamonds and whoever left the crystal gems alone, kind of, or weren't actively pursuing them all the time. I don't know, but that definitely seems to be over now. But so yeah, an exciting conclusion to that one. And we have, of course, Lapis saving Peridot, and I like that move with the slapping the thing down with the water hand. It was cool, but yeah, Lapis was acting pretty, I mean, I do get it, certainly, but at a certain point, it's like, Peridot's clearly, like, just with how she acts, clearly not too much of a threat against you or anything, like you could. I think she should be able to tell that she's trying in her own way at least, or you could still be annoyed by her, not want to forgive her immediately and stuff. But it was pretty disrespectful to just break that tape recorder and all that. Even though, like I said, I do get where she's coming from as well, and of course, and like we knew it would happen. Lapis chooses to be on her side, or save her and whatever. I don't know if that means they're still going to, or Leslie is still going to live here with them. It looks like that's the case. I don't really know why they need to live together in that barn. They don't have to be roommates or whatever. I know it was a very sitcom setup. They even, it was even directly referenced with the line down the middle, the joke from Steven there. Kind of a meta sitcom joke, but the whole episode until the last minute or so was very sitcom-y, odd couple type of thing. And Peridot's definitely a very funny character. She's moving up there for me, up toward the top in terms of funniest character, with her attitude that she's the best and all that, which is clearly not the case, even though she is pretty useful as well. Like all the gems have their uses, and she did mention what Leslie is usually like, so again, it's pretty clear, and seeing another ruby at the end, which it's pretty well clear at this point that there's multiple of all these gems. Although I don't know if because garnet is a fusion anyway, and garnet really is a gem, so in this world it doesn't seem like there are garnets unless they fuse together. So if every ruby and sapphire fuses, will they all be garnets? I don't know. Anyway, though, she and most of the other CGs weren't in these episodes very much at all, just the beginning and the end, really. It's definitely the Lapis hour or half hour with the two there, 22 minutes, whatever it is, getting her a little integrated in. And yeah, like I said, it seems like she'll be sticking around here, which is good. She's got some skills, and she definitely seems like she's never really had a place to fit in. It seems like we don't really know, I guess, her life before getting trapped on Earth there, if she did anything much, but with her attitude, it doesn't really seem like she did. This ruby thing at the end is going to be interesting, especially with garnet, I guess, being part ruby as well. We'll see if there's any qualms about fighting it, but I mean, probably not. Interesting to see. So yeah, my theory about kind of wrapping up the storyline for now, and then maybe having a couple episodes with townspeople or whatever, resetting some things a little bit, seems to be wrong. I mean, it seems like the action's still ramping up here, which is good as well. I mean, I'm happy for that anyway. I like seeing the plot progress. So there's more character stuff this time. Now maybe some more plot stuff next time with how they're gonna combat Yellow Diamond's minions and all this. But yeah, I think pretty simple episodes overall. Getting Lapis to stay on Earth and tell her why it's good, change and all that, and then getting her and Peridot a little bit reconciled. So yeah, I'll be back anyway next time for the Verse Season 3 episode 5 and 6. We'll see what we got. Some action, like I'm saying, probably. And please do subscribe to this channel if you like these reactions. Leave me a comment, do anything of that nature. And until next Car Tuesday, I'm out of here. Peace.
Okay, let's go look.
Ready, Freddy?
My name's Lapis.